Hey everybody, welcome to video 2 of how to buy your first home. Remember in the first one we talked about getting the lending out of the way, at least knowing what that number is in your head. Today we're going to talk about how to search for that home and how to search smart. All right, here we go, how to buy your first home. So what we're going to talk about now is the home search. One of the greatest challenges for buyers these days is there's so much information available. And we've got half a dozen apps from A to Z, and you don't know what is good information or what's bad information. That's really the problem. We've got so much to choose from, and you find a house that you like, you make a call on it, it's already sold. That'll frustrate you to no end. So here's the process I've got for you, and if you'll try it, and trust me just a little bit, you're gonna find out that it works. It's worked for well over a decade for me. So hopefully you've picked out a realtor, somebody that you can trust, and if you haven't, that's perfectly okay. We're just talking overview here. Interview some agents, find somebody that you can click with, somebody that you can work with and be comfortable with. And you're going to go into their office, call them and say, look, I'd like to have a consult with you. And you go into their office and you tell them what your price range is. Now in Nashville, where I live, like any city, I think, that your price range is going to kind of determine where you can buy. That's just the nature of the beast. But when you go in for this consultation, you're going to say, here's my price range. I'd like to have 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, a swimming pool or not, you know, whatever the criteria is on the house you want. And in that consultation, that realtor is going to sit down and start doing searches for houses that fit your criteria, including your price range. And all of a sudden, you'll see these little bubbles of properties pop up. Because what you're really looking for when you're starting this home search is areas where you're going to have 10 or 12 or 15, whatever the number might be, but reasonably large options, where you can have a number of options in your price range. If that's in one area, that's a target-rich environment. You're looking for that. If there's another area that has 1 or 2 homes in your price range, you may find that that's not the area to go after because your criteria is on the fringes. So stick with the places that you have the most options. Now, once you've gone in and you've done your consult, and there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. Is it close to your work? Is it take into consideration the kid's school? All of that stuff. So you go in, you have that consult, and then they're going to start printing off properties for you. Have them print off properties that you like as you're looking through those searches. This is pretty cool. I love this part. So they're going to give you a folder with properties that are printed off that you like. Now what you don't want to do is blast out without a realtor and start zipping around to properties and finding for sale signs in the yards. That's just, you're going to run yourself ragged trying to do that. With this consultation and with this stack of papers, listings, that you like, now you can go out, you can grab a cup of coffee and drive by those properties yourself to see if they fit what you're looking for. Looking at pictures online isn't going to cut it. The house can look really good and it's just not in a neighborhood for one reason or another that doesn't fit what you want. So start going out and look at those properties. Just a cup of coffee. What does it take you? An hour and a half to drive around and look at some homes, and it's fun because now you're shopping. It's awesome. From that day forward, they should have set this search up so that it sends you out listings automatically. Properties that only fit your criteria in the area you want to be, in the price range you want to be. When something comes through that gets you excited, at some point during the day, as soon as you can, go do your drive-by. Now I know that it sounds like a hassle. I get that. But if you don't do that, you and your realtor and everybody's going to go out there and it's just not what you're looking for. It's just going to be frustrating for you. Do your preview drive-bys. You'll be so glad that you did. When you see one that you like, give your agent a call and say, hey, I like this one. We need to get inside. That's how you find the properties that are important to you. But once you've got that search set up and it's starting to pump out properties to you on a regular basis, now you got something to work with. You got a system. And let me tell you this other thing too, and I'll be done. Let the properties come to you. Don't be in such a hurry as you're trying to shoehorn your way into this house, or we can make this work, or I know it's on a steep hill, but we'll be okay. Let the properties come to you. If you'll be a little bit patient, you're going to find the perfect home will come to you if you just wait it out. Trust me on this. That's the process that I use, and it's worked for a decade. Hope that helps.